Go.
Ever wonder what happens when you take your vehicle into the shop, or what happens in a truck shop? These places are full of mechanics, diesel mechanics, suspension specialists, all kinds of people that know their way inside and out of vehicles. The career I chose was a diesel technician. I chose this career because I've always liked cars, and when I was younger, my father never knew much about cars. And he never knew what to do when something went wrong. And I hated that. I wanted to fix it myself rather than pay somebody else to do what I could do for free. I chose to be a diesel technician because they made more money than any other regular mechanic who just work on gasoline engines. Being a diesel tech means that I would be working mainly on big machinery and semi-trucks, as well as smaller pickup engines, diesel engines. I would also be giving roadside assistance to trucks that are broken down on the side of the road. My other choices were 1, a farmer, or 2, a farmer, and 2, a regular mechanic. The opportunity cost was being a farmer rancher. I chose a diesel mechanic because there was more demand in this field than there was in either one of the other 2 fields. And if I did ever decide to go back into the ranching career, I could always use the skills I learned in the diesel field and be able to work on my own personal machinery. My trade-offs were not being able to go to Oklahoma State University so that I wouldn't have to have the burden of student loans throughout my life. I gave up having a nice car so that I could have more money for necessities. I also gave up having a nice apartment so that I could have money to furnish the apartment. My resume. On my resume, I said that I worked at William Enterprises in Lebo, Kansas. While I was there, I worked on big machinery, such as loaders, semis, and stuff like that, and I also gave roadside assistance. I also stated that I worked at Russell Livestock in Russell, Kansas. My skills. I'm a problem solver, I'm easy to work with, and I'm always hungry for more knowledge. My references. My references were Dave Williams from William Enterprises and Carey from Russell Livestock. 3 positive incentives of being a diesel tech means that I get to work with cars, which is something I enjoy. I get to learn new things on the job all the time, and I also get to meet new people all the time. 3 negatives of being a diesel tech means that the hours are hard, I would be in dangerous or extremely hot or cold conditions a lot, and the pay isn't very good. The annual pay for a diesel mechanic is $40,000, and the monthly pay is $3,333. I only spend $212 on housing because I'm splitting a small apartment with a roommate. On transportation, I spend $916 because my insurance is expensive, and I also spend $245 on my truck payment each month. I only spend $100 on utilities, and that is only for a phone. My apartment landlord pays for everything else. I spend $638 on taxes. I'm spending $420 on food because I will mostly be eating at home, but I do want to have some money left over if I did decide to go out and eat. My medical is paid for by my job. My school loans are only $62 because I went to a small college and only got an associate's degree. My toiletries are only $40 because I'm a guy and I don't need a whole lot. I have $927 in discretionary because that's where I will put all my money I had left over after all expenses, as well as TV, cable, those kind of things. In my pie graph, I had the biggest section of the pie graph was for discretionary for 28%. The second was transportation with 27%. Third was taxes, 19%. Food, 13%. Housing, 7%. Utilities, 3%. Loans, 2%. And toiletries, 1%. I will be going to North Central Kansas Technical College in Beloit, Kansas. I am mainly going there because of low tuition costs and being close to home. I'm going to get an associate's degree in diesel technology. My letter of application, I wrote it to Mr. George Hill of Knight Transportation. I told him about my experiences at William Enterprises and going out on the job and offering roadside assistance. I also told him about my experiences at Russell Livestock. My websites were bls.gov, washburntech.edu, auto.edu, careeroverview.com, uti.edu, and also uti.edu. My articles were Diesel Mechanics Seeing Higher Demand, which told me about the demand of a diesel mechanic. And then the second one was High Demand of Diesel Tech. This article talked about the same things as the first article, but it also talked about why there's more demand in the diesel field. My conclusion. Now that you've listened to my presentation, hopefully you've learned more about what a diesel tech does and what happens when you take your vehicle into the shop. Thank you for listening. Are there any questions?